Hello everyone and welcome back to UnlockED. I'm Mr. Robertson and I have a simple goal: to make learning clear, engaging and accessible for everyone. Whether you're a pupil, a parent, a teacher or simply curious to learn something new, I hope these resources help you unlock your understanding. Let's get started. Before we begin, here's how to get the most from this resource. The slides have been designed with clear visuals, large text and simple explanations to support your learning. Feel free to pause the video any time if you'd like a little longer to think, answer a question or make notes. If you're using this resource in the classroom, your teacher may also pause the video for discussion or activities. Now that you know how to use this resource, let's begin today's lesson. Today's lesson is called The Beginning of World War II, Part 2. How did Adolf Hitler rise to power? In our previous lesson, we explored how the First World War ended and why Germany faced so many problems afterwards. Today, we will discover how Adolf Hitler gained support, became Germany's leader, and how these events helped lead to the outbreak of the Second World War. By the end of today's video, you will have unlocked an understanding of why so many Germans supported Hitler, how the Nazi Party grew in popularity, and how Adolf Hitler became Germany's leader. But before we begin, here's something to think about. How did one man manage to convince millions of people to support him? Let's find out. It's important to remember that by this time, Germany was already facing many serious problems. They had lost World War I, and many people believed they had been treated harshly by the Treaty of Versailles. Then, the Great Depression made these problems even worse. Many people lost their jobs and had very little money. Because life was so difficult, many Germans wanted change. And it was during this difficult time that Adolf Hitler entered politics by joining the Nazi Party. He promised to fix Germany's economy, create jobs and make Germany strong again. He also told people they could solve all of Germany's problems. For many people who were struggling, these promises gave them hope, and support for Hitler and the Nazi Party began to grow. But how did Hitler gain so much support? Let's find out. One of the main ways he gained popularity was through the way he communicated with people. Many Germans were worried about their future. They'd lost their jobs, struggled to afford everyday life, and wanted things to get better. Hitler understood these worries and spoke directly to them. He gave powerful speeches, promising jobs, a stronger Germany, and a better future for everyone. For many people, these promises gave them hope their life could improve, and as a result, Hitler's popularity began to grow. But Hitler didn't just rely on speeches. His ideas were also spread through propaganda created by the Nazi Party. Propaganda is information designed to persuade people to believe or support something. Posters, newspapers, rallies and the radio helped spread Hitler's messages to millions of people across Germany. By repeating these messages again and again, more people began to believe Hitler's promises, leading to his popularity to increase. As Hitler's popularity increased, he became one step closer to becoming the leader of Germany. In 1933, Hitler's opportunity finally came when he was appointed Chancellor of Germany. The Chancellor was the head of Germany's government, similar to the Prime Minister here in Britain. This was a huge opportunity for Hitler. As Chancellor, he now had the power to begin making major changes and put his own plans into action. Although many people believed Hitler would improve life in Germany, he had much bigger plans for the country's future. But what exactly were those plans? Let's find out. It's important to remember that by this point, Hitler had already made his promises to the German people. He wanted to make Germany stronger, regain lost land after World War I, and overturn parts of what he described as the unfair and humiliating Treaty of Versailles, and expand Germany's territory by taking control of land in other countries. However, he couldn't simply do whatever he wanted. But why not? Well, Germany's army had been greatly reduced by the Treaty of Versailles, and the country was also struggling financially after the First World War, meaning it wasn't ready to fight another major war. Many Germans were also still recovering from the suffering and loss caused by the First World War, so there was little support for starting another war so soon. If Hitler showed aggression too early and Germany lost, people could lose confidence in him and his plan would fail. So instead, he came up with another plan. So you may be wondering, what was Hitler's plan? Well, instead of starting a huge war straight away, he decided to take small steps to see how other countries would react. In March 1938, Germany took over Austria. But at the time, many Austrians actually welcomed this, and no country used military force to stop Hitler. A few months later, in September 1938, Hitler demanded Sudetenland, which was an area of Czechoslovakia where many German-speaking people lived. I'm keen to emphasise that at the time, both Britain and France agreed to let Germany take it because they hoped it would prevent another major war. However, Hitler didn't stop there. In March of 1939, Germany took control of the rest of Czechoslovakia, even though this had never been agreed. Once again, no country went to war to stop him. The key message is, each time Hitler succeeded without facing military action, he became more confident that he could continue expanding Germany and fulfill his promises. So why did Britain and France keep allowing this to happen, you may ask? The main reason is, both Britain and France hoped that they could avoid another devastating war. Their decision to allow Hitler to take some land rather than fight him became known as appeasement. What we all need to remember is, the First World War had ended only around 20 years earlier, and millions of people had been killed or injured, so understandably, people wanted to avoid another conflict. Both Britain and France hoped that by giving in to some of Hitler's demands, that he would be satisfied and stop asking for more. However, Hitler didn't stop. Instead, he believed nobody was willing to stop him. Each success made him more confident, encouraging him to keep expanding Germany and push for more land. But then Hitler went a step too far. That step too far came on the 1st of September 1939, when Germany invaded Poland, but this time things were different. Britain and France had promised to protect their ally Poland if it was ever attacked, and when Hitler refused to leave Poland, both Britain and France kept to their promise. On the 3rd of September 1939, they declared war on Germany. By this point, it had become clear that the policy of appeasement had failed, and Britain and France believed military action was now necessary. This moment marks the beginning of the Second World War in Europe. What had started with one country's invasion quickly grew into a conflict involving many nations across the world. Before we finish, let's quickly recap what we've unlocked today. We learned why so many Germans supported Hitler, how the Nazi Party grew in popularity, and how Adolf Hitler became Germany's leader. Next time, we'll explore life on the home front. We'll discover what the home front was, how women helped Britain win the war, and how Britain protected people during air raids. Thank you for learning with Unlocked. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and have unlocked a better understanding of how Adolf Hitler rose to power. If you found this information helpful, please like the video and subscribe to Unlocked for more engaging and educational content. If you'd like to continue learning or use this resource yourself, simply scan the QR code to access the complete Lesson 1 resource pack available on TES. It includes editable PowerPoint, PDF versions, quizzes, answer sheets and printable classroom activities designed to support learning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in a bit.